Okay, fun fact. The wise men, or magi, didn't show up at the stable on Christmas. I know. I just ruined your nativity scene entirely. Fun fact number 2, there probably weren't 3 of them. What? And fun fact number 3, Jesus was probably a toddler when the wise men finally arrived. And here's how the Bible tells us in the book of Matthew. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, magi, which can be translated as wise men, or maybe sometimes can be translated as astrologers, but almost never kings. So these magi, they came from the east to Jerusalem, and they asked King Herod, "Where's the one who was born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose, and we have come to worship him." Now, King Herod, he is a power-hungry jerk, and he manipulates these travelers to get them to tell them when they first saw the star, which was about 2 years ago, before they started traveling. Now they tell him, they expect that they're going to see the Messiah in Bethlehem. And Herod, he points the way for them over to Bethlehem, and then he begins his evil plot. His evil plot to put all the children to death in that town who are 2 years old and younger, because that is when the star showed up. So it's likely that Jesus is closer to 2 years old when the Magi finally get to meet him. And the story continues. Then the Magi, they went on their way, and the star they had seen rose ahead of them, and it stopped over the place where the child was. And when they saw the star, they were overjoyed. And coming into the house, notice not the stable, coming into the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshiped him. And then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. It's because of those 3 gifts that we assume that there are 3 magi. But just because there are 3 gifts doesn't mean that it could have been any number of people that brought 3 precious gifts. Like, if my family showed up at a birthday party, we would probably just bring 1 gift for the 6 of us. Okay, now that I have wrecked your nativity scene, what's the point of the magi? I mean, the magi actually have something really, really amazing to teach us. And mainly, it's their extreme generosity. They show up at this house where Jesus and Mary are, and then they present Jesus with gifts that they would normally have given to royalty. They present him with gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Gold, well, we know what gold is worth today. Frankincense, it is basically this tree sap resin, and it was considered very priceless in the ancient world. And it could be used in religious rituals, or it could be applied kind of like we apply essential oils today. And myrrh, it was used as a burial spice. It was kind of like an essential oil that was used to cover up the smell of a dead body as it was being prepared for burial. So in these ancient times, both the frankincense and the myrrh were probably worth more than the gold that was given to the child Jesus. You see, the Magi's generosity is just entirely astounding, especially since they didn't know Jesus or Mary before this meeting. We learn generosity from the Magi, and God asks the same kind of generosity for us in our communities. And I've had the great privilege to bear witness to Calvary's generosity in our community over this past year. Things like donating $20,000 to the Backpack Attack Program partnership with United Way this summer, enabling food support program to continue for area families throughout the whole summer. And then Calvary members, they volunteered weekly to go with the school district to be able to deliver these food packs all over the Alexandria school district area. I got to witness Calvary receiving over $3,000 worth of gift cards to Eldons to distribute to families in need at Thanksgiving. Or Calvary generously being able to financially help Habitat for Humanity with both financial resources and volunteers to put together the Faith Builds home that was blessed and dedicated here in November. Or Calvary members who have donated thousands of dollars to Discovery Middle School teachers at the beginning of the school year to ensure that they could have the extra school safety supplies that they needed. And then thousands and thousands of dollars have been donated to the shelf at the high school. And where the social workers at the high school, we joke around whenever these donations come in, and we call it God math, because each time we're able to distribute funds and gift cards to students and families in need, that money just shows itself right back up again. This week, Calvary sponsored and distributed 300 Christmas meals for families that use the United Way Adopt a Family program. And this way, they get a Christmas meal to go with their Christmas toys. Calvary has generously supported organizations like Calvary Preschool and Luther Crest Bible Camp. We've adopted Lincoln Elementary teachers to show them extra love and generosity this year. Calvary spends its love intentionally by supporting young women in Ghana with a chance to be able to be educated in a sewing school so that they can become self-sufficient. I just told you this tiny snapshot of ways that the Magi inspire us this Christmas season. The ways the Magi teach us what generosity is and what God calls us to do, to give beyond ourselves, to give beyond our means, trusting in God's deep, deep abundance. So who needs Christmas? Your community needs Christmas. So if you're still looking for ways to give generously this Christmas season, you can head over to our website at www.christmaswithcalvary.com and click on Giving Tree. There are some ways that you can give there. And if you know someone who could use this message today, somebody who maybe has a generous soul and you're thankful for them, or somebody who's looking for ways to give generously, would you do me a favor? Would you go ahead and share this on your own Facebook site, or tag yourself in this post and be able to continue to lift other people up? If you're joining us on YouTube or cable access, thanks so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.
You stepped down from heaven, humbly you came, God of all creation here with us. In a starlit manger, Emmanuel, light of the world, here to save. Adore, come let us adore. Oh, come let us adore Him, the Lord. Worship Christ the Lord. Let all that is within us adore. Wise men bring their treasures, shepherds bow low, angel voices sing of peace on earth. What have I to offer to heaven's King? I will bring my life, my love, my all. Adore, come let us adore. Oh, come let us adore Him, the Lord. Worship Christ the Lord. Let all that is within us adore. Angels sing, praises ring to the newborn King. Peace on earth, here with us, joy awakening. At your feet we fall. Angels sing, praises ring to the newborn King. Peace on earth, here with us, joy awakening. At your feet we fall. Adore, come let Christ the Lord. Let all that is within us adore. Come, let us adore. Oh, come, let us adore Him, the Lord. Worship Christ the Lord. Let all that is within us adore. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him, Christ the Lord.